Howdy peeps, before I go into the video itself, quick response to comments. Complaining about the backdrop, I don't give a shit, right? That's a you problem, not a me problem. I'm just saying. Anyway, to further back up the previous video that I did, that I released a couple of days ago now, which was won't date an average guy, but right now I just decided to go looking for some profiles, and I found one that just justifies and clarifies what I was saying. So this chick, she's 30 years old, she's got kids, or she's got a child. This is what it says in her profile. I've got a little girl. I used to love travelling, but now I'm looking for someone to chill out and spend my free time with. Okay, so let's talk about that free time. For the most part, people work, right? So you can be doing anywhere between 8 to 12 hours a day, sometimes a bit longer depending on the field and all that. So you spend a day at work, you're knackered, and then you've got to go home. And say in this case, you'll look at the long haul. You've done the dating game, you're in a relationship now, right? And even with the dating, that has to be manoeuvred around whether she can get childcare or arrange how you're actually going to meet up. Some chicks are actually quite direct. They'll like invite you over to theirs. Bit of a red flag sometimes. I suppose it depends how long you've been talking to them for, and I'd say anything like that's not a good idea. Get to meet them out in public first, that sort of a thing. Take them out of their both parties should be taking each other out of their comfort zones. Like if you go to hers, you're on her turf, so psychologically there's she's in control of the conversation and everything else. The same goes if you invite them to yours. You're a lot more, I suppose, ballsy, as it were. You're a lot more comfortable in your own territory, right? So that's why going out and seeing what you like out and about is. At the same time, it's a catch-22, because you might not see the person that they are, what they're really like at the home setting. But anyway, to move on, because this is only going to be a short video. So yeah, you're in a relationship, you've done a day's work, you go home, and then she's looking after the kid up until bedtime happens, right? And then by then, let's face it, both people are going to be quite knackered. So unless you've got like a bit of hyperactivity going on or something, there's not going to be a great deal happening unless you really put the effort in. And again, it goes back to that thing of a 50-50, or well, no, not 50-50, but 100% effort from both parties is going to be required. Already, the chick here, she's on her, she can't, she's got a kid. And I'm not saying that to be horrible, I'm just saying it for what it is, I'm not a big drinker. Okay, well, that's a good thing. At least the time that you do get to spend together, you're not going to be out of your face. But I can't really glamorise the fact that I'm knackered, knackered being English slang for tired, 90% of the time, and just want some company. But there you go, she just wants company. She doesn't really necessarily want a relationship, or the type of relationship that you want. It says here, ideally someone that has kids and just gets it. Not looking to mess around, just an honest, genuine relationship. I mean, sure, you can have an honest and genuine relationship. That side of it's not a problem, but truth be told, she's already said that she just wants company. And all right, being a friend to someone and keeping them company, it's like, well, what, like, well, to go there to entertain you? Like, get a cat. get a dog. most cats know the score. They know how to treat humans, right? Feed me. I want affection. I'm not talking to you. Go away. Right? That's a cat, pretty much. That's what I like about them. They're so blunt and direct. Every now and then they'll go for you. Dogs are a lot more loyal than cats. I will say that. I suppose that's the aspect of dogs that I do like. But again, requires a lot of a dog and commitment. It's a lot of commitment, and you know, I think if I'm honest, you benefit better from getting a dog than a cat in terms of wanting loyalty, and definitely companionship. Maybe she should get a dog. Yeah, maybe she should get a dog, right? I mean, that's just it. Like, so this is just like the worst example of a relationship I could think of. You know, and you know, like I said before, I'm coming from a place of like, well, I've been there, you know, several times. It's not that I haven't given enough chances, or, you know, oh, everyone's different. It's like, well, yeah, everyone is different, but the core basis of these relationships are the same. You know, you're not going to be the priority. You have to timeshare with someone else, which is understandable. And if you're willing to do that, that's fine. That's cool. You know, if you want to try and integrate into a family that isn't yours, and then, you know, maybe the baby daddy might take that shit a bit personal. You got to accept that as well. You know, they might not want to make life easy for you. So by the time you've gone through all that, you know, which will inevitably, you know, pay a toll on your mindset of the relationship, and eventually you'll come to the conclusion, it's like, well, you're not a priority. 90% of the time this chick's knackered, so you're not getting her best 100% in the free time that she does have. How can this sell it? How can you try and sell a guy a relationship when you've got not a lot to offer? I'm just saying, you know, it's not even about looks, it's not about personality, this is just about the time and the quality. So anyway, look, I'm going to wrap this one up. It just proves my point. It's just, you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm not sorry. Anyway, thoughts, comments and opinions, feel free to jot them down. To the next one, stay cool, stay free. Peace out.